Alright folks, things just took a dramatic turn over at The View. U.S. Senator John Fetterman from Pennsylvania has filed a lawsuit against the show's host, Sunny Hostin, and its producers. You're probably wondering, wait, what happened? Well, let's break it down. During a recent episode of The View, Sunny Hostin made some highly controversial remarks about Fetterman, and now it's all spiraling into legal action. You're familiar with The View, right? It's famous for its lively debates, and, well, sometimes things can get a little heated. The hosts often push boundaries, but this time, it seems Sunny Hostin may have gone too far. Far enough for Senator Fetterman to take legal action. So what exactly happened? During a discussion on the show, Sunny brought up Fetterman's visit to Mara Lago, a topic that's already stirred plenty of controversy. The visit raised eyebrows because Fetterman, a Democrat, met with former President Donald Trump, sparking intense debate.
You assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No, I can say this. We need them for economic security. The Panama Canal was built for our military. I'm not going to commit to that now. It might be that you'll have to do something.
Visiting Trump's Florida estate isn't just any ordinary political meeting. It's practically inviting controversy, right? Naturally, people had a lot to say about it, especially since Fetterman is reportedly the first Democratic senator to make such a move. Sunny Hostin's remarks on The View seem to take it a step further, questioning Fetterman's motives and implying he might be cozying up to the opposition, if you catch my drift. The idea of cozying up to the other side has people on edge, especially in today's politically charged climate. Let's face it, the country's deeply divided, and any gesture of cooperation with the opposing side can be interpreted in all kinds of ways. Sure, some see it as a positive move, but more often it's viewed negatively. To be fair, Fetterman's visit to Mara Lago was about finding common ground. Historically, cross-party relationships in politics were pretty standard. Remember when Ronald Reagan worked with Tip O'Neill despite their political differences? Or when Joe Biden, as vice president, collaborated with Republicans like Mitt Romney to pass legislation? Fetterman's approach followed that same spirit, seeking to better serve the American people by bridging divides, even if it meant meeting with someone from the other side of the aisle. But Sunny Hostin seemed to interpret his visit differently. Her commentary on The View painted Fetterman as, well, fraternizing with the wrong crowd, and that's where things got messy. In today's world, anything tied to Trump is bound to stir the pot, and Hostin's remarks cast doubt on Fetterman's motives, making it seem like he was aligning with the opposition for questionable reasons. Now, Fetterman's not taking this lightly. He believes Hostin's comments were not only inappropriate, but also damaging to his reputation. The lawsuit centers on the idea that in a time of extreme political tribalism, actions like these carry serious consequences. Fetterman argues that by twisting the narrative and implying he's in cahoots with Trump for the wrong reasons, Hostin undermined his credibility and his genuine efforts to promote bipartisan progress. And in today's political landscape, that's no small matter.
Senator, many of Trump's...
This isn't just about Fetterman feeling personally slighted. It's about maintaining a standard where facts are separated from divisive rhetoric. According to Fetterman's team, Hostin's comments were like adding fuel to an already raging fire, something that, in today's media environment, is risky business. Fetterman isn't just concerned about his image. He's worried about the broader impact such comments can have on public discourse. It's as if he's trying to draw a line to prevent public perceptions from spiraling out of control based on half-truths or sensationalism. But here's the twist. Despite all the drama, Fetterman has a reputation for not being confined by party lines. He's known for standing firm without blindly following his party, which is rare in today's political landscape. Whether you agree with him or not, that kind of straightforwardness is undeniably refreshing. Take, for example, Fetterman's efforts in hostage negotiations. He's consistently shown a commitment to working with anyone who can help move the needle on critical issues. Right now, there's a prime example of this bipartisan approach at work. Fetterman is involved in negotiations that align both Joe Biden and Donald Trump in efforts to secure the release of hostages in regions like the Middle East. This gives an interesting context to the lawsuit. It's not just about a senator versus a TV host, but a broader reflection on how we engage in discussions about policy differences. Honestly, this situation is also a reality check on how media personalities handle political commentary and its far-reaching consequences. At the end of the day, Fetterman, while focused on serious diplomatic efforts, is making it clear he won't let this slide. His legal action might serve as a reminder that the narrative spun on platforms like The View should be rooted in truth, not sensationalism.
They'll say that about the J6 people too, though, right? That's what they're going to say on the other side. That is weaponized also.
I'm not referring to that. I'm talking about the New York trial, and now the Democrats on our side there were some that were gleeful, calling it like now he's a convicted felon and those things, and now for our party we were talking about criminal justice, and we are now talking about second chances, and now all of a sudden now you're like, well, he's a convicted felon and all these things. And now clearly, again, both of those trials, the Hunter Biden one and the trial in New York for Trump, that was politically motivated, and those kinds of charges would have never been brought unless one side could realize that they could weaponize that.
Senator.
So, we don't really know how this lawsuit will play out. It could settle or drag on, but given that it touches on fundamental issues of how the media shapes political personas, it's likely to ignite wider discussions. What do you think, folks? How does this situation reflect the bigger picture of political discourse in our media today? Do you think Fetterman is justified in taking such a firm stand against what he sees as harmful misrepresentation? Or is it all a bit overblown? Drop your thoughts below. I'm curious to hear what you think.